This is the 2024 GMC Hummer EV SUV, and the thing is pretty incredible. It weighs more than 4 tons. It has a 200 kilowatt hour battery. By all measures, this thing is huge, but GMC says that it could still go 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds using a special acceleration mode called watts to freedom. Well, testing that kind of thing on public roads is really kind of sketchy. So we came here to Great Lakes Dragaway in Union Grove, Wisconsin, to see whether or not the new GMC Hummer EV SUV can actually go 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. This is going to be fun. We've had some seat time in the GMC Hummer EV pickup before, but this is really our first big exposure to the SUV version. There's a couple different versions of the SUV. This one is the mid-trim level called the 3X. It has 3 motors, 1 up front, 2 in the back, and the thing makes 830 horsepower according to GMC. And the torque number that they're giving us really doesn't make sense because they're using some kind of calculation that is meaningless, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. It makes 830 horsepower. It also costs $106,000, which is quite a lot of money for any kind of SUV. But what do you get for your money? Well, GMC says you get some proper speed, so that's what we're here to test. Let's go see how quick this new Hummer EV SUV actually is. So in order to engage watts to freedom mode, you basically roll up to your line here, stage the thing. Now, you press this, the traction control twice, get a thing on the dash that says continue, the vehicle is lowering, okay, following the instructions, vehicle lowering, yep, you can feel it squatting, which you want it to do. So, left foot on the brake, all the way down, right foot on the thing, floor it, release the brake and go! Ha 3.91 seconds on that first ever run. So sub 4 seconds on the first ever watts to freedom run. That is not too shabby. And it'll stay in watts to freedom mode until you turn it off or until you go above another certain speed, I guess. Because right now it's still in watts to freedom mode, which is why it's a little bit bouncy, because it's all the way lowered. It's basically squatting as much as possible because you want it to squat like that. You want that lowered vehicle because there's a lot of weight in this thing, and transferring that weight from the front to the rear will lift the front end up. It already lifts pretty heavily. Yep. What was our quarter mile here? Quarter mile in 12.122 seconds at 111.91 miles per hour, which is not too shabby. A freaking 12-second quarter mile in a truck that weighs over 4 tons. That's just nuts. That one not as good, 4.04. But I could feel the front wheels spinning. That time I could feel them. So I think we need to get more heat in these tires. Absolutely. I'm also curious as to what this thing is doing to the range. You have to have a pretty decent state of charge. You can't have below 20% state of charge according to the owner's manual, or watts to freedom's not going to work. So it's pulling a big draw from that battery every time you make one of these runs. And of course you got your really interesting lunar launch surface thing here. I mean, if it was Mars, it'd be a Tesla, obviously, but it's not. It's the moon. So this has got to be a GMC thing then. 12.196 at 111.88. Also not bad. So WTF just happened. Yes, it did. Watts to freedom mode for the win, baby. This thing is properly quick. Our best time of the day, admittedly, after we took the big, heavy spare tire off the rear door, was 3.76 seconds to 60 miles an hour and 11.976 seconds quarter mile at almost 112 miles per hour. Those are extraordinary numbers for a sports car, much less a 4-ton electric SUV. So yeah, the thing is properly quick, and we think it could probably be even quicker if we had maybe some different tires on it. These all-terrain tires don't hook up all that well, even on a super sticky track like this. If we had something more specific for the purpose, I think that this thing would be even quicker than what we measured. If you'd like to learn more about the new 2024 GMC Hummer EV SUV, you can look everything up at Cars.com/news.